ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयत्मुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जन्मादियस्य यतन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्मर्धयादिकवये मूयन्ति यत् सूरया। तेजो वारिव्रतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्माप्रोजितकैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापोत्रयन्मूलनम्। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा पररीश्वरः सद्योर्दिवृद्ध अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरभो रसिका भुवि भावुका। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुर्वे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं निरतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवम्। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, brother.
So, quick summarization of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we need to understand that this conversation begins with Suta Goswami Pad discussing with the rishis of Naimisharanya. So rishis of Naimisharanya, there were 88 in number, 88,000 in number, and they gathered there for performing a sacrifice which will last for 12 years actually. And some of them say, some of the even says that they were there. The sacrifice are going to go for 1,000 years. So so when the reason for doing this sacrifice was just one was sadhu sangha, because without sadhu sangha there cannot be perfection in life. So this rishis, when they planned such an sacrifice, the idea was that when the sadhus they arrive there, the Mahabhagavata comes there, they will immediately stop the sacrifice. So Suta Goswami, he happens to reach there, uh, and that's where the conversation between Suta Goswami Pad and Rishi Samnamisharana begin. But before that, Veda Vyasji, he starts Srimad Bhagavatam with the three verses. It is three, that's called a Mangala Charana of Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadiyasya tanvaya jitartas sharte shubhigya swarat. So Veda Vyasji is offering his repeated obeisances unto Lord Shri Krishna. Why? Because he's saying that he's the absolute truth. He's the pivotal cause of all the causes of creation, destruction, sustenance. He's directly and indirectly conscious of all the manifestations. He's independent because there is no other cause beyond him. And he's the one who has imparted the transcendent knowledge to Brahmaji. Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavaye. And so Vedavyasji offers repeated obeisances, and he explains why one should take shelter of Lord Shri Krishna. Then further he explains about dharma prajita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsanam satam. He's saying that one should completely rejecting all the religious activities which are materially motivated. So this book does not include any such thing, and he rejects all the things which are inclined materially. Like in Mahabharata, there is a big difference between Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavatam. Mahabharata also has a lot of conclusions of the Vedas in the simplified form, especially in the form of stories, especially in the form of historical facts. But we need to understand that Krishna is not the center of Mahabharata. uh, But in Bhagavatam, whereas Krishna is the center of Mahabharata. So Vedavyasji, when he is writing his final work, the Srimad Bhagavatam, he is saying, Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. In this book, only Srimad Bhagavatam or the Krishna is the center of this book. So this Bhagavat Puran, it propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are very pure in heart. So the highest truth, what is the highest truth? It is reality distinguished from the illusion for the welfare of all. And what happens? Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krute Kimva Paririshwaraha Sadhyavrade Avrudyatra Krutivi Sushushubhistakshama. This Srimad Bhagavatam, this beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam, which has been compiled by Vyasadevji, is sufficient for God realization. So what is the need of any other scriptures? And as soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established in the heart. So then after this, he says that, oh, Nigama kalpataru galitam phalam shukamukhadam rudram vasayutam pivata bhagavatam rasamala and muhuravasika. He's saying that, oh, expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Why should one relish Srimad Bhagavatam? Because this is a matured fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literature. You know, tree Vedic. If there is a tree and the fruit, one can relish the sweetness in the form of fruit. If one eats the branches, if one eats the leaves, it won't be able to relish that sweetness. So, the sweetness, if one wants to relish, it will come in the form of fruit. It's like mango. So Shukdev Goswami, Vedavyas is saying that this fruit has become even more tastier because it has emanated from the lips of Shukdev Goswami. Just like a bird, parrot, when it eats a fruit, it becomes more sweeter. So similarly, Shukdev Goswami has tasted this Srimad Bhagavatam. It has emanated from his lips. Therefore, this fruit has even become more tasteful. So although it is nectarian, although its nectarian juice was already eligible for all, including the liberated souls. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is such it can nourish it can help the neophyte devotees to come to advanced level, become Paramhamsas, and it will also give pleasure to the Madhyamadhikaris, and even the greatest of the devotees, they will enjoy Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Rishis of Naimisharanya, they asked 6 questions to Sutta Goswami Pad. The 6 questions are: what is the ultimate goal? What is the ultimate good for people, for all the people? What is the essence of religious scriptures by which the actual self becomes satisfied? Then, why did the Lord take birth from the womb of Devaki? And what acts does he perform? Who are his avatars? And where has Dharma gone now that Krishna has left the earth? So these are the 6 questions in the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's where the Srimad Bhagavatam begins. And the chapter's name is Questions by the Sages. Then the second chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami Pad, hearing those questions, has become very, very pleased with them, and he offers his respectful obeisances to his spiritual master, Shukdev Goswami. So Sutta Goswami was very fortunate because when Shukdev Goswami spoke Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit, Sutta Goswami was sitting next to him, sitting next to Maharaj Parikshit, and he heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukdev Goswami's mouth. So here when he's about to begin to reply the questions of the rishis of Naimisharanya, he's offering his obeisances to Shukdev Goswami. He's saying that Yam Pravajantam Anupeta Peta Krityam Dvaipayana Viharakatara Ajuhava Putreti Tanmataya Taraho Abhinedus Tam Sarvaridayam Manuma Munimanatosmi. So he's offering his repeated obeisances to Shukdev Goswami Path, and who has entered the hearts of everyone. And when Shukdev Goswami took the renounced order of life, he left home. Uh, his father was in separation. He was crying. He was running behind him, and he was in experiencing transcendental bliss, and nobody responded. Shukdev Goswami did not respond to uh, Vedavyas's appeal. And then further, Suta Goswami says Narayanam. Then he offers his respectful obeisances to Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Javudayat. He offers his respectful obeisances to Naranaran Rishi. He offers a respectful obeisances to Mother Saraswati, and he offers a respectful obeisances to Vyasadeva. So in Badrinath, Badrika Ashram, these are the prominent deities. Naranaran Rishi is the prominent deity. Saraswati is there, and Vedavyas is to sit there, and he used to he uh, wrote Srimad Bhagavatam there. So then further, there are so many different things. Sutta Goswami says that he was very, very happy with the questions. Savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaja ahetu kiha pratita yatma suprasiddhati. He's saying that for all the humanity, the supreme occupation or dharma of all humanity is that by which the men can attain loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. And such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. And then he's saying that what happens by doing this? By rendering the unalloyed devotional service to the Supreme Lord, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Whenever bhakti is there, uh, bhakti has two sons, jnana and vairagya, knowledge and renunciation. But one needs to render uh, transcendental devotional service unto Supreme Lord. And what happens by doing that? A devotional service means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanirtanam. When one does that, naturally the transcendental, one acquires the transcendental knowledge about Krishna, and one becomes detached from the world. So like that, he explains how by performing devotional service, one can become detached from the material world, and how one can perfect his life. So explain those things in detail. And in the third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, there are various incarnations mentioned about Lord Krishna. He mentions about the Virata Rupa, and then he mentions about the, you know, the creation, how the Kumaras were created, how the Kumaras were found. And then he explained about the Boar incarnation. Then he explained about the Devarshi Narad as an incarnation. Fourth incarnation he mentioned about Narayana Rishi. Fifth about Lord Kapila. Sixth about sage. The sixth incarnation of Purusha was the son of sage Atri. He was born from the womb of Anusuya, and he was like his name was Dattatreya, and he was the guru of a lot of people. Seventh incarnation was Yagya. Eighth was Rishabhadev. Ninth was King Prithu. 10th was Chakshusha Manu. 11th was Lord Kashyapa. 12th was Dhanvantari. 13th was uh, Mohini Avatar. 14th was Lord Narasimhadev. 15th was Vamanadev. 16th incarnation was Lord Ramachandra. 17th incarnation was Vyasadeva himself. And 18th incarnation was Lord Ramachandra. 18th incarnation Lord Ramachandra. 19th incarnation is Lord Balram. 20th incarnation was was Lord Shri Krishna. And then also he mentioned about Lord Buddha's appearance. And further, it also explains that how Srimad Bhagavatam also is an incarnation. While describing all these things in detail, he explains, Sutta Goswami explains that Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttam Shloka Charitam Jakara Bhagavan Rishi Nishresaya Lokasya Dhanyam Swastayanam Mahat. Is saying that this Srimad Bhagavatam is a literal incarnation of the Lord, and it is compiled by Vyasadeva. the incarnation of God, and it is meant for all good of the people. It is all successful, it is all blissful, and it is all perfect. So this how it goes, and it explains about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's how it ends the third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then further it goes to the appearance of Shri Narada Muni. Uh, so Narad Muni is an Veda Vyas, after compiling Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Itihasas, and after distributing that amongst the disciples, Vedavyas was still very unhappy. So Vedavyas was a sincere disciple. So when he was unhappy in his heart, Narad Muni came there, and Narad Muni chastised him that he did not compile a literature. He did not compile a literature which will exclusively talk about devotional service. As I said previously as well, Mahabharata was a literature which was simply for moral instructions and also for some historical facts. Other than that, Mahabharata is a book where Krishna is not the center. The pastimes are mentioned, but they're not the center of the Mahabharata. There are other processes also mentioned. Devotional service is not exclusively mentioned. So Veda Vyasji, when he wrote Mahabharata, he was not very satisfied himself. Uh, so he was realizing in his heart what can be the reason, but he wanted some spiritual master. So Lord Krishna's inspiration, Narad Muni arrives there. Narad Muni guides him appropriately, instructs him that he should compile a book called Srimad Bhagavatam, and which exclusively talks about Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, and that's where, uh, that is where. Vedavyas realized his mistake, and and he agreed to compile Srimad Bhagavatam. And Narad Muni himself helped Vedavyas to understand about his past life, how he was a son of a maid servant, and how he perfected his existence by associating with the Bhakti Vedantas, by eating their eminence, by hearing Krishna Katha from them, and by attaining a body which is transcendental. Mm. Then there is an explanation about how the son of Drona was punished. This Ashwatthama was the son of Dronacharya, and Ashwatthama, he released five. I don't know what happened was uh, he killed the sons of Draupadi while they were sleeping, and he wanted to do that for the pleasure of Duryodhana. And when he cut off the heads of Draupadi's sons, and he took them to Duryodhana, Duryodhana was very displeased, and he did not consider this inappropriate. So Duryodhana, uh, he was very unhappy with Ashwatthama. So when Ashwatthama, when he understood that Arjuna is not going to kill him, he ran for his life. And when he was realizing that Arjuna and Krishna are coming behind him, he released a Brahmastra. So Ashwatthama only knew how to release a Brahmastra, how to use that, but did not have an understanding of retrieving it. So Lord Krishna, he instructed Arjuna that you release another Brahmastra and come and you retrieve both of them. So, but things didn't stop here. Ashwatthama was, very offended, and so by this, and he was caught, and he was brought in front of Draupadi, and Draupadi told him that he should be killed at the same time. He should not be killed. So, for the pleasure of Bhimsen, for the pleasure of Lord Krishna, for the pleasure of Yudhishthira Maharaj and everyone, Arjuna cut off the hair of the, he insulted him. Uh, for a prestigious person, when you insult him, that's a death for him. So he cut off his mustache, half mustache, and cut off his, you know, uh, hairs on the head, and that's where he got more seriously offended. And then he released six Brahmastras, five Brahmastras again for killing each of the Pandavas, and sixth one for killing the Parishit Maharaj. So, so when five Brahmastras came towards the Pandavas realized that, you know, uh, the Pandavas realized that they are not in a position to protect themselves. So Krishna took out his Sudarshan Chakra and protected his dear devotees, Pandavas. And now, when Lord Krishna was seated on the chariot and he was about to go for Dwarka, uh, our Kunti Devi was glorifying Lord Krishna. At that time, Uttara came running, and Uttara expressed her situation that, my dear Lord, this Brahmastra is coming and it is going to kill my child in my womb. So please, my dear Lord, Krishna, Krishna, Mahabhavo, oh my dear Lord, please protect me. So what happened at that time? Krishna, who is there as Paramatma in the heart of everyone, he entered into the heart of into the womb of Uttara, and Krishna circumambulated Parikshit Maharaj, and he protected Parikshit Maharaj. And Parikshit Maharaj saw the darshan of Lord Krishna in the womb itself. And while this was happening, Kunti Maharani offered when this episode was over, Kunti Maharani started offering her prayers to Lord Krishna. And, and at that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj came running and requested Lord Krishna not to go. And because Yudhishthira Maharaj was not getting convinced of why should he accept the kingdom, because he was thinking that he was responsible for killing all the uh, 64 crore people on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So he was considering himself responsible. So our Yudhishthira Maharaj refused to accept the kingdom. So Veda Vyasji, Dhome Rishi, and so many other rishis, including Lord Krishna, started explaining various things to Yudhishthira Maharaj. So Lord Krishna, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is, if he wants to convince someone and someone is not getting convinced, that is very amazing. That is, unusual usually. Hmm. But Lord Krishna from outside, he was speaking himself, instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj. Vedavyas was instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj. So many others were instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj. But our Yudhishthira Maharaj was not getting convinced because Lord Krishna was not allowing him to getting convinced by the teachings of all these great personalities. Why? Because Lord Krishna wanted that Yudhishthira Maharaj should go and take lessons from Pitamaha Bhishma. So Pitamaha Bhishma was lying on the bed of arrows, and he was a Mahajana. He was the greatest devotee of the Lord. So Lord Krishna wanted to establish his glories all across the globe because he has fought against Krishna. Because it was his desire, and he was siding with the Kauravas, but that did not mean that uh, he was uh, not a proper Vaishnava. He was a completely pure non devotee of the Lord. So to establish his glories, Yudhishthira Maharaj was put into illusion, and then Yudhishthira Maharaj himself said that I would like to take. When Krishna proposed that, are you okay to take instructions from Bhishma Pitamaha? Yudhishthira Maharaj said, yes, I'll be very happy to take instructions from him. And at that time, everybody, including all the rishis and everybody, they all went to Kurukshetra where Pitama Bhishma was lying on the bed of arrows. They all went and touched the lotus feet of Pitama Bhishma, and they all heard the instructions about Dan Dharma, Moksha Dharma, Stri Dharma, and Bhagavad Dharma, and everything. And then finally, after giving all the instructions to Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Pandavas, Pitama Bhishma glorified Lord Shri Krishna exclusively and left the world, left the abode. So after doing the funeral rites of Pitama Bhishma, Lord Krishna then he planned to depart. Lord Krishna planned to depart for Dwarka, and then how Lord Krishna departed to the various provinces, that is explained, and how the Dwarka Vasis welcome Lord Krishna, that is also explained. And then comes the chapter of the birth of Emperor Parikshit. Parikshit Maharaj's birth was very special because he was protected by Lord Krishna. I'm very sorry, because he was protected by Lord Krishna in the womb of his mother. And so when he came out from the womb of his mother, he was observing each and every person. He was doing parikshan. Parikshan means he was observing every personality, and he was comparing that person to the person who has to him he has seen in the womb of the mother. Hmm. So Parikshit Maharaj. His name Parikshit was just because of this, that the name was given to him Parikshit because of this quality of his, that he was always observing different personalities and he was comparing them to the one whom he saw in the womb. So Parikshit Maharaj, he had a lot of divine qualities of great personalities in him. It's in the 12th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. And on an auspicious time, Parikshit Maharaj took birth. So all the Brahmanas, they all the brahmanas, when they gathered at Yudhishthira Maharaj's house, Yudhishthira Maharaj offered uh, lots of charity to all of the brahmanas, and they're very happy. And Yudhishthira Maharaj inquired about the future of the child, the astrological calculations. So these brahmanas, they narrated all the astrological calculation, and explained to Yudhishthira Maharaj how this Parikshit is going to be an amazing, powerful king who will take good care of his citizens, and not only that, he will subdue Kali Yuga personified. He's going to be, you know, he's going to uh, uh, take care of the cows, take care of the Mother Earth as well, and he is going to uh, establish dharma, even though the Kali Yuga was active. So, uh, and then the Brahmanas also explained that Parikshit Maharaj is going to get cursed, and he's going to uh, cursed by a Brahmana, and then he's going to go and take shelter of Shukdev Goswami on the banks of river Ganges. So all these things are explained in the uh, uh, by the Brahmanas to the Yudhishthira Maharaj. And then Dhritarashtra Maharaj, he quit home. Yudhishthira Maharaj was very kind and very affectionate towards his father Dhritarashtra Maharaj, that he wanted that Dhritarashtra Maharaj to stay with him. But uh, Vidura, who was on the pilgrimage, uh, he was taking teachings from Maitreya Muni in Haridwar. Yudhishthir Maharaj never wanted that Dhritarashtra Maharaj should go and take Vanaprastha. But our Vidura, when he heard that Dhritarashtra Maharaj is staying under the shelter of King Yudhishthira, he became very upset, and he decided to come back to Hastinapur, and he went and spent some time with Dhritarashtra Maharaj, and he instructed Dhritarashtra Maharaj to go and take shelter of forest life. And Dhritarashtra Maharaj's heart was immediately transformed. Vidura previously as well has given a lot of instruction to Dhritarashtra Maharaj, but Dhritarashtra Maharaj's heart was never purified because Dhritarashtra Maharaj was in a bad association. He was in the association of Shakuni and Duryodhana. He was in the bad association of Dushasan, and they're always influencing him for taking bad decisions. So whenever Vidura used to instruct them, or Pitama Bhishma used to instruct them, that is to fall on the deaf ears. So Dhritarashtra Maharaj situation was that although he was getting good advices, but because of his bad association, he was polluted. So now, when all the sons were killed and all his brother-in-law and everybody was killed, at that time, what happened was that Vidura came this time, and when he spoke about the transcendental knowledge about Krishna consciousness to him, he was immediately convinced, because this time there was no bad association to pollute his mind. And Dhritarashtra Maharaj immediately accepted the instructions of Vidura and went for the forest. So then comes the chapter of that Lord Krishna disappears from the planet. How he goes to Prabhas Kshetra, and from there, Prabhas Kshetra, he gives instructions to Uddhava and Maitreya, and from there, Lord Krishna plans to depart to the world, and then from the world. So when Lord Krishna departed, and when the news broke out, and Yudhishthira Maharaj understood that Lord Krishna has left the world, and being bereft of Lord Krishna's lotus feet, will be being bereft of Lord Krishna's association. All the 5 Pandavas, they also left. They also left for Badrika Ashram, and from there they went to their respective abodes, and handing over the entire kingdom to Parikshit Maharaj. So Parikshit Maharaj was very much qualified, and Parikshit Maharaj, there is a chapter explaining how Parikshit Maharaj received the age of Kali. Parikshit Maharaj was traveling across the world, and to establish dharma, and he came across Uddhavji in Vrindavan, and Uddhavji instructed him that go and subdue this personified Kali, and uh, for following the instructions of Uddhavji, Parikshit Maharaj went and chastised Kali. Kali was surrendered to him, and then Parikshit Maharaj gave 5 places for Kali Yuga to stay. So wherever there is meat eating is going on, gambling is going on, intoxication is going on, illicit activities are going on, in all those 4 places Kali Yuga remains. whenever you see quarrel and hypocrisy, that means these four regulatory principles have been broken. And the most interesting aspect is that Kali Yuga was saying that, oh, these places are natural. These places are very natural. This belong to me. But what I want is that a fifth place. So Parikshit Maharaj awarded him a fifth place, which is gold. Hmm. And then after explaining the punishment and the reward for Kali, why Kali Yuga is so beneficial? The Kali Yuga is beneficial because come Krishnam like the Datiti Kali. In the stage of Kali, Lord Krishna is very easily available. Hmm? So Lord Krishna is very easily available for a short amount of time. By performing devotional service, one can attain the greatest perfection of life. Even the devatas, they wanted to come and take birth in the Bharat Bhumi. And then there was an incident about how Parikshit Maharaj was, cursed by uh, the Brahmana boy. Uh, Parikshit Maharaj was roaming in the forest, and he was thirsty and hungry, so he happened to visit the hermitage of uh, Shaunak Rishi, Shamik Rishi. And when he happened to visit Shamik Rishi, he went inside his ashram. He was in samadhi, but he was thirsty and hungry, and nobody welcomed him. So he became upset, and he put a dead snake on the Shamik Rishi's neck. And what happened was that you know what happened was that uh, his friend, his Shamik Rishi's son's friend, saw the whole episode, and he reported that to Shringi, who was his son, and Shringi cursed Parikshit Maharaj to die in 7 days. And when Parikshit Maharaj heard the news, uh, that he has only 7 days left with him, Shamik Rishi sent a disciple, understanding that his son has created a big blunder, big mistake. He chastised his son, and he sent his disciple called as Gaurmukh to to Hastinapur to inform Parikshit Maharaj that he has only 7 days left with him. So when Parikshit Maharaj realized that he has only 7 days left with him, he decided to give up his kingdom and everything to his son Janmejaya, and he went and approached the river Ganges and took shelter of Mother Ganges. And at that time, all the great personalities from all across the globe, they manifested there. They all came there. Uh, and Parishad Maharaj put forward two questions to these great personalities that, oh, you know, uh, which is that activity which one always has to perform, and especially an activity which one has to perform only when 7 days are left. So while this discussion was going on, different personalities were there, and they were just sharing different opinions of theirs. But at that time, Vyasanandan Shukdev Goswami, he appears on the arena. He appears on the scene, and as soon as Vyasanandan Shukdev Goswami comes there, all these great personalities who could understand the Samudrik Shastra. I mean, he could understand that Shukdev Goswami is not an ordinary person. He has all the symptoms of a Mahabhagavata. So when he comes there, when Shukdev Goswami comes there, all these great personalities, they stood in with great respect for Shukdev Goswami, and then they instruct Parishad Maharaj that go and take shelter of Shukdev Goswami. So uh, that's where the first canto ends. The second chapter begins with uh, Krishna. Shukdev Goswami and Maharaj Parishad conversation begin the second canto. Okay. Any questions?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for summarizing so well in short duration. Entire Canto. Prabhuji, like in this, we were discussing like Ashwatthama released 6 Brahmastras, right? By then he was already half shaved, right? By Arjuna, correct?
Who?
Ashwatthama released 6 Brahmastras. By then already he was already half shaved by Arjuna, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
But what made him to do so intensely that like that, Prabhuji? Like he was also son of Dronacharya, but already
And
he got to know that Duryodhana was also not happy with the act what he did.
envy.
Okay.
Envy. Out of envy, he was doing that. He was very upset with the conclusion of the Mahabharata war. And that was the reason. And he was very upset because his father was also killed. So many things were there. So many things were there. Okay. Anything else I can serve you?
I think it's because of the holiday period also, Prabhu, like everybody is out this month.
No problem.
Yeah.
But thank you, Prabhu, for the nice summary, actually, because there are so many chapters, and like the way you told in a flow, now we can actually connect the story. Otherwise, that becomes very difficult for us when individual chapters we are, reading. So thank you so much for that, Prabhu.
Very good. Okay, so it's 11:15 here, and I'll take your leave. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks for the session.
Good night.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Bye, Prabhu.
I'm starting
Hare
a
Krishna.
Srimad Bhagavatam. We are starting Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya is starting a Srimad Bhagavatam reading Anushthan on the occasion of Bhadra Purnima. And my request is that that those who are studying, not studying, they all can join from the next month, 18th of September. We are going to start, and I'm hopeful that hundreds of people will take to the study of 2 months. We're going to read the entire Srimad Bhagavatam with only translations. So, and every day you will get a message every day. So there is every day some push is there, reminder is there, because these days without reminder people don't chant the rounds. The husband has to remind the wife, "Arey, chant karo." Wife has to remind the husband, "Chant karo." Or they have to remind, help each other, encourage each other. So this is a system we have in our place, in place, that everyday message is gone, and the devotees they can send a report to us if they're reading. That is more beneficial system. So I think that we can have a class next week, next month if you want, but I'll prefer that we switch to this method.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, Prabhuji. I'll follow up on that. Yeah.
So there is small registration fee there, 108 rupees, and I think everybody should contribute to that. It's going for Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya. थोड़ा पैसा जाएगा तो लोग थोड़ा पढ़ेंगे. Although if you take one euro from them, but 1 euro gaya, huh? So they will stay committed hopefully. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.